Each day we're faced with emotions that can stop us in our tracks from progressing, from accomplishing what it is we want to be able to accomplish that day. But they're based upon beliefs that we hold within us. And in order for us to move on from those beliefs, to replace those beliefs, we've got to be able to first, in the very moment that we're in and we experience those emotions, we've got to be able to let them go. Okay, so there's a book called The Sedona Method that talks about the ways that an individual, that anybody can let those emotions go. And there's a series of very basic and a few questions that you use to release those emotions, to let them go. Okay, because if we can't let those emotions go, acknowledge them, let them go, then we're held captive in that state, in that emotional state, and that can just throw a monkey wrench in everything we're trying to accomplish that day. So the first question is, what emotions am I feeling? It's important to be able to face those emotions, acknowledge them, and say, these are the emotions that I'm feeling. Now, whether you imagine those as words, whether you imagine those as people that embody those particular emotions, whatever it is you need to be able to do, or you can imagine them as a list of words. Whatever works for you, that's what you need to be able to do. The second thing is you say, could I accept these emotions? This is what I'm feeling. Could I accept them? And it's okay to accept the fact that in this moment I'm feeling doubt, fear, resentment, anger, or whatever the emotions might be. Because once you have acknowledged those emotions, you realize, wow, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, to acknowledge the fact that I'm feeling and experiencing these emotions. Once you do that, then the next question is, could I let them go? And most of the time when I ask that question, the answer is yes, I could let them go. I could be rid of them. And then the last question to ask is, when? And ideally what you want to be able to do is let them go right now. And as I get to that point where I say I'm ready to let them go now, I take a deep breath in, and as I exhale, I imagine that exhaling breath blowing away those emotions, whether they're embodied in an individual or a list of words, or little words that are just kind of in little bubbles, if you will. I imagine myself exhaling and blowing those away, and I physically feel better. I'm able to let go of those, release them, and move on with the rest of my day, which is so important day to day to become so emotionally aware of how you're feeling that you can, in a moment, in a matter of seconds, walk through that exercise and release the emotions that you're feeling. Again, what are they? What emotions am I feeling? Can I accept the fact that I'm feeling these emotions? Could I let them go? And when? Sometimes I have to give myself more time to be in that moment with those emotions, because sometimes I'm experiencing hurt or resentment or anger towards an individual, towards a circumstance. And when I'm in that moment, sometimes I'm not ready to let that go. And that's okay too. I can revisit that list of questions in 5 minutes or so, in 10 minutes, and then let them go. So again, the key to having a successful day, especially when we're dealing with negative self-beliefs, is to become emotionally aware enough to be able to ask a series of questions to be able to release the emotions that might hold us back from success.